Mark Bergeron here at Schwing America, and today we are going to look at a very snowy S47 SX Mark III. Now luckily for this machine, it is going to California, so it shouldn't have to endure the snow very long. Now, if we go down the line, at the end we can see an S46 SX. So, back in the day, we used to change out the tip section, put 4.5-inch pipe on it, and that was the S47 SX. That was a 4-section overhead roll and fold boom. The brand new, totally redesigned S47 SX Mark III is a 5-section roll and fold boom, and the tip section has 215 degrees of articulation, and we have a vertical reach of over 151 feet. And horizontal reach of over 134 feet. Slewing range is 730 degrees, and we have 5-inch S3000 pipeline on both the boom and the deck. This particular machine is mounted on a Kenworth T880, and that is a twin steer, and that has 90 gallons of fuel on the driver's side and a 60-gallon fuel tank on the passenger side. And of course we can also have this mounted on a Mack, and we will run over and look at that truck in a minute. As we move into the cab, we have our in-cab controller, and that is the 3-inch screen right here, and that switches between our pumping and driving modes. Also displays our PTO hours, and we can raise or lower our booster axles if installed from this screen. And also we can turn on our work lights. Stepping out, up front, we have a 130-gallon hydraulic tank, and that is mounted inside the subframe. So there we have our clean out door, level gauge, and our hydraulic tank drain. 2 subframe mounted toolboxes. So we got a nice little bracket there to hang your radio remote. And another toolbox for storage. Below that, we have our frame mounted 24 by 24 by 24 aluminum toolbox. And there, of course, is our outrigger pad storage. Here we have the driver side outrigger controls, outrigger enable, e-stop button, and level gauge. And then of course our outrigger work lights. Rear outriggers fold out, and of course this machine is equipped with our easy system for one-sided outrigger support. On the back we have e-stop button and our work light socket. This comes with the B-Rock, so it has our B-Rock hopper, 13.6 cubic feet, and aluminum fold down hood. Now one of the options that this machine has is our red light, green light warning system. So that is the little LED right there and right there. So when the pump is in forward, those will be green. If it is stopped or in neutral, that will be red. This customer has opted to have their vibrator mounted on the outside. Here we have our water box drain valve. And as we move over here, we've got our water tank drain, water supply, and water box fill valve. And here we have our 3-button panel, e-stop, outrigger, agitator, reverse button, and our horn button. We've got some storage trays on the rear outrigger, and there are also storage trays on top of the fenders. Up top, we have our 160-gallon plastic water tank. And there we have our ram change switch. And there is our water level gauge. Rear operator panel, a bit hidden, but that is our 15-button panel, along with our gauges for the concrete pump and accumulator. 2 more subframe mounted toolboxes on the passenger side. First toolbox contains our hydraulic valves. So this is our boom valve, concrete pump agitator valve, And there we have our e-stop with stroke limiter. So like all Schwings, you can run them manually in the event of electrical failure, and you do so from these hand valves. Over here we have our vector controller, and down below that we have our passenger side outrigger valves, e-stop button, level gauge, enable button, work lights, and there is the passenger side 60-gallon tank for the Kenworth, and outrigger pad storage. And up top we have our hydraulic oil cooler and filter combination. So again, this is the S47 SX 5-section roll and fold boom, and this particular model is mounted on the Kenworth T880, but you of course can also get it mounted on a Mack, as you see right here. And this one has a 90-gallon fuel tank on the driver's side, and I believe that might be a 50-gallon tank on the passenger. Again, you can take a look at those storage trays mounted on top of the outrigger. One thing I forgot to mention, the pump kit in this is our 2525H-6 pump kit that outputs 213 cubic yards an hour at 22 strokes per minute, with pressure on concrete being 1169 psi. And those long strokes means less wear and more fuel economy savings. So if you want to learn more about this machine, please go to schwing.com. Thank you.